What is early onset Alzheimer's disease? Hi, this is Eddie Rodriguez. I've been caregiving for my father diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's since 2018. I've also been helping him manage something called the Bredesen Protocol for reversing cognitive decline. On this Brain Health channel, I share what me and my family have learned throughout this journey and what we're currently learning in the hope that it's helpful to others looking to educate themselves on Alzheimer's treatment and prevention. So, what is early onset Alzheimer's disease? Early onset Alzheimer's disease, or young onset Alzheimer's disease, as it's often called, is a relatively uncommon form of Alzheimer's. Although Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia, accounting for up to 80% of all dementia cases, the symptoms of early onset Alzheimer's affect people under the age of 65. This rare form of Alzheimer's is most often seen in people in their 40s and 50s, although it can also appear as early in their 30s. While memory loss is a hallmark symptom, individuals with early onset Alzheimer's frequently experience other problems first, such as language difficulties, trouble with visual perception, personality and mood changes, as well as problems with planning and problem solving. Early onset Alzheimer's only accounts for about 5% of all Alzheimer's cases, but decline typically progresses more quickly than in late onset Alzheimer's, with life expectancy after diagnosis being much shorter. An even smaller subset of this form of Alzheimer's is called genetic or familial early onset Alzheimer's disease. In these cases that only affect several hundred people globally, or less than 1% of all cases, individuals are stated to have specific genes that directly drive Alzheimer's at an early age. What makes early onset Alzheimer's disease especially challenging is that in most cases, individuals being in their 30s, 40s, and 50s often have families, young children, careers, and can even be caregivers themselves when the debilitating and disabling symptoms start to strike. Individuals eventually lose their ability to carry on everyday tasks, respond to their environment, and in advanced stages experience the loss of bodily function as well. The progression of this disease leads to the patient becoming completely dependent on at least one other person. These complications lead to death. And on average, a person with early onset Alzheimer's lives about 4 to 8 years after diagnosis. Personally, having a strong family history of early onset Alzheimer's myself, I can't emphasize enough how crucial it is to catch this early on for best outcomes. It's important to seek out your healthcare professional if you're sensing symptoms in yourself or a loved one. Early onset Alzheimer's currently has no cure, but there are measures that can help, especially for prevention. Take the Bredesen Protocol, also known as the RECODE Protocol, RECODE for Reversal of Cognitive Decline, which has been tremendously helpful for my dad and my family. Dr. Dale Bredesen and his team have helped hundreds of people reverse their symptoms of cognitive decline, establish mild cognitive impairment, and Alzheimer's disease with this protocol as evidenced in successful studies in 2014, 2016, 2018, 2022, and current clinical trials. I've linked these studies in the description box below so you can take a look for yourself. It may prove to be very helpful. And if you're interested in learning more about the Bredesen Protocol, you can click on the video on the screen and take a look at the resources I've linked in the description box below. I'd love to hear from you. Do you have a family history of early onset Alzheimer's like I do? What do you think of this video? Please drop me a comment. If you found this information helpful, please feel free to share this video with anyone you think it could serve, and please like and subscribe as it helps our community grow. And remember, I'm not a doctor, I don't have a PhD, I'm a caregiver and citizen researcher on the ground, helping a loved one, someone just like you. This information is for educational purposes only. Please consult your medical practitioner before implementing any changes. Thank you for watching. My dad thanks you. Hope these resources are helpful to you and your family, and see you in the next video. Thanks.